we just did debleed. I'm noticing a couple people are coming in. Obviously, this will be available in some other format, in a non-live format, but if you have questions, please leave them there. We'll get to them at the end. So the next thing I want to take a look at is the mouth declick module. Now, obviously, we all know what mouth click noises are. Sometimes when we get dehydrated, we get a bit too close to a microphone, we talk really slowly and really sort of over-articulate our words. We get some weird mouth sounds, anything from clicks to pops to lip smacks, tongues wagging around, and there's some on this track, and in fact, they're far more evident now that we've debled this vocal. I can hear them, and I'll make sure that you guys can hear them too. So brand new to RX6 is mouth declick. It's on the far right, and it has a little mouth icon next to it. So anyway, you should be good to go there. I'm going to call up a preset that I made, but I'll explain all the choices in this preset so that you understand what's happening. I'm not just going to bring a preset up and you're going to be like, where is this preset in RX? I don't see it. So don't worry. We're going to go through all these settings so you understand exactly what's going on. So now, basically, we just described what mouth clicks are, and now I want you guys to hear them. And in order to hear them, we have to make sure that output clicks only is on. And I'm going to be really reiterating this to you guys, especially if you're going to be working with clients on, let's say, you're getting rid of clicks or noise or something in a violin or anything like that. You know, we want to hear what we're taking away, because sometimes, you know, if you're working with a violin, the strings have a sort of graininess to them, and one of our modules might be getting rid of something you don't want it to get rid of, something sort of integral to the soul of that instrument. And what output clicks only, or output, you know, whatever, depending on the module, what that allows you to do is really hear what you're taking away. So if you're remastering, if you're denoising, any of that stuff, you really want to make sure that you're not compromising the sort of integrity of that sample. So let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to press this output clicks only button, and I'll press preview. And what we're going to hear are the mouth clicks that came as a sort of byproduct of this vocal performance. I think our singer was just a bit too close to the microphone. Have a listen. Okay, so if you didn't hear that, what I'll do is maybe go into my system settings and just increase the gain on this sample, and then I'll bring it back down just so you can really hear it. I know we were having some audio issues before, but I really want to make sure that you guys sort of get it. So I'll play it one more time. This one might be a little louder, so guys, be careful. Okay, nightmare fuel, right? That's disgusting. So I'm going to go back and just change my output settings here. Okay, good. IMAX guy says heard it. Good, that's what we want. We want you. You're here to hear mouth noise sounds. That's what this webinar is all about. All right, so a couple things here in this preset, or in this module. So a few of the parameters. Sensitivity. This will basically this will allow the module to hear the mouth sounds. If we increase the sensitivity, it's going to pick up more mouth sounds. But they might not be, you have to be delicate with this slider, because some things that are not mouth clicks or mouth sounds might get picked up by this. So again, this is why the output clicks only is so important, because if I bring it up all the way and then press output clicks only and press preview, mouth declick is misinterpreting mouth clicks, and we're hearing basically residual speech. We're hearing him opening his mouth and basically we're hearing him open his mouth and form words and stuff. So we have to make sure our sensitivity is set in such a way that it's hearing mouth clicks, right, and not residual speech. And that's why this output clicks thing is so important. You're gonna get tired. I'm gonna keep that ASMR. Yeah, that's a good one. So maybe this is very exciting for some of you out there when I output the clicks only. But the bottom line is we want to make sure our sensitivity settings are such that we are not getting residual speech. It's listening for just clicks, and we can do a big double check here with the output clicks only. We'll get back to business here. So frequency skew. What's happening here is if we have bumps and clicks that are maybe lower frequency, so maybe vinyl recording, something like that, we want to make sure that the module is sort of shining a light on stuff in the lower end of the frequency spectrum, right? But in this case, mouth clicks are typically happening further up, sort of maybe up from like, 1.5K and above. So we can sort of bring it back over here. Typically mouth clicks, that's where they are, and this is mouth declick after all. I'm noticing a question came up from Damon A. Damon, thank you for asking a question. He says RX5 had a thump setting on declick. It was useful. Why did it go away? I'm not really sure about that. It could be that you're thinking of the declick module over here, which might have periodic thumps there. What we did is we sort of partitioned declick from mouth declick so that people doing vocal editing had, just one module, and people who were doing more restoration and stuff had a whole other module. So that module is still alive, and that preset is still alive. It's just in a different module that's called declick. And now we're dealing, for this tutorial and in RX6, with mouth declick. So it's down here. So hopefully, Damon, that answers your question. So click widening, basically, we set this up in case there is a click with a long decay after it. Sometimes the click is so brief that we can really get rid of it with mouth declick, and sometimes the click is actually a bit more intense and more elaborate, and we have a bit of a decay on it. So click widening allows us to sort of capture clicks that appear to be a little bit larger or sound a little bit larger on the spectrogram. So in this case, these are all little mousy, weird clicks, so I'm just going to leave it down at 0. Make sure that I had it at 0. Yeah, I did. So without further ado, guys, let's just process this clip and let's see if we can still hear them. And we can also see them, I should add. We can see them sometimes, especially when I take them away, then you'll really see where they are, and I'll try and draw your attention to them when I do a before and after. So I'm just going to press process. Okay, so there in the spectrogram, I see a big reduction in clicks, and I'm going to go back and have a look at sort of everything that's happening above 5K as I go back. So there they are. Take them away, bring them back. So we can hear them, but we can also really see them. So I'll play this passage after we've done one pass of mouth declick, and let's see if we can still hear them.
The sunrise sheds light on anticipant eyes. We sway to the rhythm, our gaze toward the skies.
And before, this is what they sounded like.
The sunrise sheds light on anticipant eyes. We sway to the rhythm, our gaze toward the skies.
That is absolutely disgusting. Now, so that is mouth declick.